Hello, my little maniacs. This is your host, the Maniacs Gaming. Come back at ya with a new video. In today's video, we are going to be simulating the career of Jonathan Mingo. This is what's suggested from one of my viewers, also known as Adam, aka Pantherator. If you've come to my streams, you've seen him before. Shout out to him for suggestion. Starting this with Jonathan Mingo. So we're gonna look at his base stats. He's 72 overall. He's got some decent starting stats. 90 speed's obviously gonna carry him. His catching and his route run obviously could be worked on. Secondary attributes aren't the greatest, but we're gonna track his whole career, see if he stays a Panther for life, stays loyal to the team that drafts him, and if he can win any Super Bowls along his way. And his first Super Bowl that he makes, I will jump in. Honestly, I might jump in for most of the Super Bowls just to kind of play with him a little bit. But we're going to see how he does this first season as a Carolina Panther. Alright, we here at the end of the first season. The Panthers unfortunately did not make the playoffs. They went 8-9. So unfortunate. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and see how the Panthers as a whole did. Obviously, we're going to look at Bryce Young in particular. 16th best offense. And the third best defense. The defense was not a problem. Bryce Young, decent season for a starter. 3,600 yards, 23 tutties. Picks are a lot. Obviously, the main focus here is going to be Jonathan Mingo, who had an okay rookie season. 717 yards, 4 tutties. Does reveal to have a star dev. He is up to a 75 overall as a rookie. Perhaps you can see that get up into the 90s one day. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and do the playoff. We're going to go simulate Actually, we'll simulate week by week, see if he somehow made the Pro Bowl or anything. I doubt it with his numbers. But, it could be fun to see. Actually, we can see that at the end of the video, at the end of the season. Never mind. We'll go ahead and simulate, see if he makes the Pro Bowl or what happens. See any of the awards he gets. So, year 1 Super Bowl. Cowboys. Jeez, Jesus. That's a ridiculous one. And a 2023 retirements for the Carolina Panthers. Let's see. Anybody important retire? Nobody. That's good. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll check out where Jonathan Mingo stands at the end of the season. So Bryce Young obviously gets revealed as a superstar dev. Jonathan Mingo's down to the wide receiver 4 again. We put him as wide receiver 3 so he actually gets targets, etc. Since he gets playing time over Laviska Shenault. Let's see, did he really get anything? No. Nothing worth mentioning. So we'll go ahead and simulate through to the draft to see what moves the Panthers make around Jonathan Mingo and Bryce Young to help make this offense better, maybe even the defense better. Anyway, all right, draft is over. Let's see, how did the Carolina Panthers do in the draft? 76 overall corner, 73 left guard, T tackle, running back. Not bad draft for Frank Reich in the offense. Oop. I forgot we have to do it. We have to do it week 1 to the preseason first, to the playoffs. See if the Panthers make them year 2 of the Jonathan Mingo career, or if they're going to stutter and fall short once again. We'll see you guys shortly. Alrighty, end of year 2, and the Panthers went 3-14. Oh, what happened, Carolina? The offense stayed out the same. Defense fell off a cliff. Bryce Young, terrible season. Needs to cut down the picks and get the touchdowns up. 3,500 yards. Mingo, only 400 yards, 3 tutties. Not great production. He got outplayed by a tight end and Laviska. And we're going to simulate to the offseason. See what happens there. I will see you guys shortly, and I'll make the changes I need to change. Here at the offseason. So let's go ahead and we will check out first. We'll check out retirements. Did anyone important in the NFC South retire for the Panthers? No, but some of the Saints' offensive line retired and their D line retired as well as their middle linebacker. And the Bucs lose Ryan Tannehill and Ryan Jensen. That's sad. Anyway. All right, we'll go ahead. Just the practice squad, guys. So we'll go ahead and we will simulate straight up to the draft. See if the Panthers make any acquisitions in free agency to try to make this team better. If they're going to be content with 3-14 and not sign anybody with the $47.4 million they have. So I'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, we are here after the offseason. Let's go see. Did the Panthers do anything in free agency to help make this team better? Or do they just kind of let everything sit as it is? We don't care about the NFC South in general. We just want the Panthers. They got a free safety. Amari Cooper is interesting. They released a couple wide receivers. They released Laviska Shenault. They released defense tackle Shai Tuttle. And they released Hurst. So they're kind of going in the opposite direction they want to go here. They released a bunch of people just to sign Amari Cooper and a free safety. Interesting choice there, Carolina. I'm very curious on why you did that to yourselves. We'll go ahead and we will simulate the draft to see what moves Carolina will make during the draft to try to make this team better. Maybe they... Alright, we'll go ahead and take a look now. Okay. Alright, the first round pick was good. They got a left outside linebacker. Do they trade? No, because where's their second round pick? I don't know. Anyway, so then they got a quarterback, a tight end, a right end, a free safety, a left outside linebacker, and a left tackle. All of whom are kind of god-awful. Not going to lie, Carolina. You need to step up your draft game and your free agents game. Like, Jesus, man. Like, that was so bad, Carolina. Like, I could do better blindfolded drafting, honestly. And let's go ahead and see, can year 4 be better? No, year 3 be better for the Carolina Panthers? I will see you guys at the postseason if we make them. We hear playoffs where the Panthers missed again, going 5-12. Not great, guys. And the offense takes another step backwards, 30th overall in the NFL. Defense, 26th. Bryce Young cuts down on the picks at least. Gets a little better with the interception, but the yards still aren't there. So I'm assuming Mingo didn't have a great year. You know, he got outperformed again by Adam Thielen and Amari Cooper. Obviously, Thielen in the slot, but at least he had a better year. 660 yards, 4 tutties. Can't complain too much about that. I think it's time for him to try to get his way out of Carolina, though. We'll go ahead and we will simulate straight to the offseason. Well, actually, we'll simulate right to the draft, and we can look at retirements and all that stuff there. So I will see you guys at the draft. All right, we are here at the offseason. Let's go ahead and see what happened where. First off, we're going to look at retirements for the NFC South as a whole, and then we'll go ahead and move on to players signing. Adam Thielen officially retires. No surprise there, honestly. And then we'll look at the Carolina Panthers as a whole, see what they did. So, okay, they signed K-Dot, and they signed Miles Sanders to let walk. They got a strong safety, a left end, a middle linebacker. They picked up Bryce Young's 5th-year option. They released a bunch of people. They released Miles just to sign him back. That's an interesting choice. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but yeah, they released Miles just to re-sign him. Honestly, that's kind of comical, not gonna lie. Like, what was the point of that? Like, you wasted your time cutting a running back, taking a penalty for cutting him, because you released him, and just to re-sign him in the offseason. Like, did you just want to restructure his deal or something? Is this a Fletcher Cox situation where like you released him just with the intention of bringing him back? Anyway, all right. So they drafted a tight end that's pretty good. Strong safety, wide receiver, couple depth pieces, nothing too crazy there. But the tight end's going to obviously be a starter right away. Hopefully he's going to be able to improve this team overall. Let's go ahead and we will look at the lineup for the Carolina Panthers. All right, so Mingo's up to a 79 overall in the offense. This is going to be hopefully his first year. He's not even in the slot wide receiver, so a lot of the targets are going to be going to Amari. I think I'll switch that out just to have him get as many targets as he possibly can. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Now we'll go ahead and simulate to the playoffs. See if we can make them in what is year 4. What could very well be Jonathan Mingo's last year in Carolina. Because his contract expires at the end of the year. He could look for greener pastures elsewhere and try to make a run somewhere else for a Super Bowl and betray Carolina. But we will have to see here what he decides to do at the end of the season, as this is his technically last year in Carolina, since it is year 4. But we will see. So I will see you guys at playoffs, where we will see the fate of Jonathan Mingo. See if he decides to go elsewhere, or if he wants to be a Carolina Panther for quote-unquote life, or at least another contract. So I'll see you guys at the playoffs. Alrighty, no playoffs again for the Panthers, as they still have a bottom half offense, 27th in the league, and an 11th defense, so the defense is improving. Bryce Young, pretty good season, 3,800 yards, just about 23 touchdowns, 11 picks. Jonathan Mingo, 1 yard shy of 1,000 yards, 9 tutties, though. Pretty good year for his standards, not going to lie. Anyway, we will go ahead and we will simulate through the offseason to the draft, and we'll go ahead and catch up with everything that happens when we get to that point. So we'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, we are here at the NFL draft. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the offense, see how Mingo's doing. So he's up to an 81 overall. He actually does stay in Carolina. It looks like he did sign a contract. What is his new contract? He has 2 years in Carolina, so not going to be here for long. No long-term deal is interesting. It's still at Star Dev. Let's go see. Does he have any like Pro Bowls or anything under his belt yet or anything? Nope, still just the 2nd-round draft pick. Ooh, that tight end they drafted that is the Superstar X Factor. I just noticed. That's pretty cool. Right, first things first, let's go ahead and look at retirements for the NFC South. Derrick Henry retired to Saints. Zadarius Smith and Jake Matthews retired as Falcons. Interesting for one of those. Anyway, Panthers. Let's go ahead and we'll look at everything. So they signed free agent wide receiver John Mechie, released Miles again, released middle linebacker, released Tommy Tremble. So, yeah, they released everybody just to sign a wide receiver. What are you doing, Carolina? Interesting choices here. Interesting choices. We'll go ahead and we will simulate the NFL draft. Let's see, can Carolina finally get a pick right and actually start a bounce-back campaign to hopefully try to make playoffs after going 8-9 year 1 and doing nothing since. This is season number 4, I believe. All right, draft recap. Actually, wait, we're in 2027. So this is... What year is this even? I don't know. I can figure it out. They had the first overall pick and took a tackle. Wide receiver in the 2nd round. Corner. Wide receiver again. Running back, left end, and a D tackle. Okay, Carolina. Interesting choices, I suppose. I don't know if I'd make those same choices, but you do you, Carolina, I suppose. Anyway, Mingo stays as the second stringer. John Mechie's number 3. The 2 wide receivers both have hidden dev, by the way. And we're going to put this guy at starting center since, he'd be an instant starter right away just to try to help out the Carolina Panthers here. Because, good God, man. Their front office is something else. On defense, this is what it's looking like. Brian Burns already lost his X Factor. That's so sad. Anyway, let's see. Can the Carolina Panthers bounce back in 2027? Yeah, so this is the 5th season. Yeah, I was right. Can they bounce back in 2027 and try to make a playoff run with Jonathan Mingo and Bryce Young still under contract for as long as they possibly can? Or are they going to keep coming up short and finishing in the bottom parts of the league and compete for the number 1 pick? We'll find out shortly, guys. I'll see you guys there. Alrighty, they go 6-11. What are you doing, Carolina? Bryce Young, pretty good season, honestly. 3,600 yards, 26 tutties, 9 picks. That's a pretty good season. Amari finished with 1,100 yards, 9 tutties. Mingo, 900 yards, 7 tutties. He needs to find his way out of Carolina. They just are not utilizing him at all. It's honestly kind of pathetic, not gonna lie. Anyway, we'll go ahead and simulate 2 of the Super Bowl, see who makes, since Bucks do make the playoffs, and I'm a little bit biased towards Tampa, just saying. And it's a Bucks Raiders Super Bowl, the David Death Bowl. If you're fans of the channel, you get the reference. I have to see who comes out on top in this. I have to. I am legally required. And just like back in 2002, it is the Buccaneers with Jordan Love on top. Interesting situation. Interesting. Anyway, NFC South retirements. Mike retires. Our offensive coordinator retires. Dallas Goedert retires. Mike goes out with 1 more ring at least as a Buck, so I'll take that any day of the week. Anyway, guys, we'll go ahead and simulate to the draft, and I will catch you guys up on the offseason moves that the Carolina Panthers make when we get there. I'll see you guys shortly. Are in the offseason. Let's go ahead and we will see. Oh, not that button. We want to see what transaction. No, not league history. Come on, man. We'll go see if the Panthers made any moves at all in the offseason to try to help this roster out. All right, they re-signed wide receiver Amari Cooper, and that's it. That's all they did other than practice squad guys. Oh, boy. All right, well, let's simulate the draft. See what the Carolina Panthers decide to do here. Actually, is Jonathan Mingo a free agent? No, he has 1 more year. This could be his last season coming up in Carolina, because he only signed a 2-year deal. All right, let's go see the draft recap, see how the Carolina Panthers did. They obviously didn't get the 1st overall pick because Saints Warriors. They got the 11th. They drafted a corner, a right tackle again, a D tackle, right end, a strong safety, a middle linebacker, and a right outside linebacker. Interesting choices, Carolina. I'm very confused on why you did that. Anyway, we'll go ahead. Nope. Wrong button. So use the old menu. Check out the lineup, see where we're at. All right, so Jonathan Mingo's actually wide receiver 1 now at an 83 overall with morale 82 regular. He is still not start slot receiver, which is unfortunate for him, but whatever. But ooh, the tackle they drafted that we converted to center is that superstar. That's pretty cool. But anyway, can this be the year that Carolina, with Jonathan Mingo as wide receiver 1, officially make the playoffs? Or are they going to fizzle out once more? Let's find out here shortly. I'll see you guys in a moment. Alrighty, we are here at playoffs, and we're going to be playing the Bulls, who are the Lions, it looks like. Because I turned on, fun stuff, like, relocation and stuff, just to see what would happen. So let's see. Is that the Lions? It is indeed the Lions, it looks like. Or is that the Bears? The Bears still exist, so no, that is the Lions. They relocated to Chicago and became the Bulls. Interesting choice. Well, we are in playoffs for the first time in Jonathan Mingo's career. Can they get a win in the first round of the playoffs? Are they going to be going home early? They're already going home. Unfortunate. Anyway, so the offense would take a step up. Yes, sir. 8th overall in the NFL. And the defense was god-awful. That's probably why they lost in the first round. 4,200 yards for Bryce Young. 29 touchdowns, 7 picks. How many of those went to Jonathan Mingo? Mingo, the respectable season, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Now, is this going to be his last season? No, because the restructured contract option's available, so he signed a new deal. Yeah, he signed a 4-year deal for $15.7 million. So he will be in Carolina for the next 4 years of his career. But they got a lot of room to improve, though. Let's go ahead and we will simulate to the Super Bowl, see if Jonathan Mingo by chance gets up to superstar depth with the 1,100 yards and the almost double-digit tutties he got. There's a slight chance he could, but I'm not sure if they will or not. And no, he stays a star. Still an 83, by the way. So, he did not go up at all. Because the temporary boost is what brings him up to an 86. So sad. And we'll go ahead and we will simulate directly to the draft, where we will catch up on the offseason and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys there. Alright, so I'm going to be honest, there was nothing noteworthy in the offseason. They didn't really do anything. I think signed a couple defensive players, and they drafted a guard. But apparently that was good enough to get a first-round bye in the NFC. So that's pretty wild, apparently. This is the guard they drafted. Nothing crazy. Looks like this left guard they drafted a couple years ago might have lost Dev. I'm not sure. This is the defense. Frankie Lou was up to Superstar X Factor, which is pretty cool. But yeah, not a whole lot there. Anyway, let's go ahead and advance to the next round and see who the Panthers will be facing in the divisional round. It's the 8-9 Seahawks. Can they get past the Seahawks? They cannot. They lose again in the first round. They get first rounded. Because, obviously they should be winning that game, and they got absolutely demolished, apparently. Let's go take a look at how the offense did. Offense took a step back, 21st overall. The defense took a step up. Bryce Young, 3,800 yards, 29 touchdowns, 8 picks, can't complain. Mingo, barely over 1,000 yards, 7 tutties. He's not been doing too great, not gonna lie. Alright, we'll go ahead and we will simulate straight to the draft, and I'll let you guys know anything that happens there this season, I promise. See you guys shortly. Alright, we are here after the offseason and everything. Let's go ahead and take a look, see who retires and who decides to go elsewhere. NFC South. Alright, first off, we want retirements. So, Amari Cooper, Haynes at the cleats, Ladimid, Orlando Brown, Vita Vea, and Robert Hunt all retire. Unfortunate. unfortunate. And then we want all. So they picked up the center's 5th-year option. They released the middle linebacker and a left end, and then practice squad players. Nothing too crazy for the Panthers there, not going to lie. Let's go ahead and we will see the draft and how it goes. Can the Panthers bounce back? Because they need to bounce back. They need to rejuvenate this offense and defense. They want a chance to make a playoff run. Hopefully they can draft like a pretty good running back. Because they need a starter at running back. They need a real game changer at running back. All right, let's see. Okay, they got a left end, a wide receiver, corner, a running back, wide receiver, left outside linebacker, and a wide receiver. Don't think this running back will be much of a game changer at a 66 overall, but hey, anything could happen in Madden, am I right? Just ask the Cowboys. They actually win Super Bowls in Madden. Anyway, here's a look at the offense for this next season. Mingo still best wide receiver at an 84 overall. But he is slowly creeping up to that point where he's going to start regressing. He is 29. So the odds of him hitting the 90s are slim to none. And he has 2 more years in Carolina, so he will be 31 next time he's eligible to be a free agent. So we'll go ahead and simulate to the playoffs where hopefully they'll be part of them. Obviously, they want to improve on their 11-6 record from last season. Let's see if they can, in fact, do that. I will see you guys at playoffs here in a moment. See you guys shortly. Looks like, unfortunately, they did not make the playoffs. They went 9-8. How unfortunate. Who let them down? Not in the offense. They were 10th in the NFL. So it was the defense. No, they were 3rd. How did this team miss the playoffs? Bryce Young, almost 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 7 picks. Good God, he had a good year. Jonathan Mingo, 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. That could be superstar for him. Good God. Like, he had a pretty good year. Let's go ahead and see. Obviously, the Panthers aren't in the playoffs. So can the cherry on top for the season for Jonathan Mingo be the fact he finally gets upgraded to superstar development trait? Let's see. He does, in fact, go up to superstar. Bryce Young up to X Factor. Interesting. Defense. Luvu loses his X Factor. Horn loses his X Factor, but Brian Burns gets an X Factor. That's interesting. Alrighty, well, I will see you guys at the draft where we'll recap everything that happens in the offseason. I'll see you guys there.
McCaffrey, less than 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Debo, 1,300 yards, 14 touchdowns. Even though he was a 60 overall, man, he's different. Fred Warner leads the team in tackling this time. Sacks goes to Bosa. Mahomes wins MVP. OPOY, yeah, Debo in the top 3. Best QB, no top 10 finisher. Best running back, same thing. Best wide receiver, though. Look at Samuel in the top 3. And then best O-lineman, you had 2 guys.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look-see here and see what happened in the offseason for the Carolina Panthers. Did anything chaotic happen? Or did everything kind of stay the same for them? So nobody retired. That's good. Good start. And the Panthers, what'd they do? They re-signed Derek Brown, and that's it. That is literally it. Everything else was practice squad related. It was so bad that the Jets and Bengals wound up being in here for the off season. Oh, good God. Come on, Carolina. What are you doing? I'll go ahead and simulate the draft to see what Carolina does in the off season with the draft, hopefully to make this team better so they can make another run at a Super Bowl title or at least playoffs and try to get their first playoff win with Bryce and Mingo still in there. I don't even know if it counts as prime anymore, not gonna lie. I didn't even look at draft recap, but whatever. Oh, Mingo's already regressing. Oh no. Oh no. He's already down to wide receiver 2, and they drafted a hidden dev fullback. Well, tight end's gonna play fullback, and a hidden dev wide running back. Well, as long as I'm still in control, like Mingo's gonna be the starter at wide receiver. He's wide receiver 1 until he leaves. Like, it's just what's gonna happen. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys at the playoffs where hopefully they can try to make a run for it. Where this could be one of Mingo's last seasons in a Carolina Panthers uniform as his contract is set to expire after this season. So I'll see you guys shortly. Alrighty, here we are at the playoffs, and the Carolina Panthers do make it to go 12-5 and face the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get right into it. Can they make a playoff run here? Are they going to be one and done again? They get the win against the Eagles. Alright, they're in the divisional round. Can they get a second playoff win against the Cardinals? They do. They're facing off against the 13-4 New York Giants with the Super Bowl on the line. Can the Panthers bring it home? They do not. They lose in the NFC Chip. Unfortunate. They lost by 3. Let's see, how'd the team do? 14th best offense. Bryce Young took a step back, but he is getting older, so that's understandable. They had the best defense in the NFL, though. Bryce Young, though, efficient. 3,800 yards, just about 24 tutties, 3 picks. Mingo fell off a cliff, 861 yards, 7 touchdowns. Oh, poor Mingo, man. That is probably the end of him having superstar, if I had to guess. He's going to regress here coming up. Unfortunate. Plus, he is a free agent, so Carolina might elect to not bring him back and let him walk in free agency. But since we're here, we might as well look at retirements. See if anyone retires for Carolina Panthers. Maybe he retires right here. Derek Brown, Brian Burns, and Frankie Louvu all retired for the Panthers. Oh, Lord. This could hurt. Come on. Mingo does, in fact, lose a superstar dev. He is down to an 80 overall. He signed a contract extension, actually. 3 years, and he's made the Pro Bowl 1 time. 1 time he's made the Pro Bowl. So, could this be one of the last seasons for the great Jonathan Mingo? He hasn't been that great, but could it be one of his last seasons? We'll find out shortly enough. I will see you guys after the draft. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the draft, and then we'll catch up with you guys there. Just did the draft, so let's go ahead and see what do the Carolina Panthers bring in. A right end, a wide receiver, a D tackle, strong safety, middle linebacker, left outside linebacker, and free safety. Obviously, they're trying to patch the holes that their defense got in the offseason with the retirements of so many players. Just to make sure I didn't miss any retirements. Good. All right, we'll go ahead and review what the Panthers did in the offseason and try to make this team better to try to make another Super Bowl run. Signed a running back, an outside linebacker on the right side, a free safety, a cornerback, a left outside linebacker. They released Kenneth Randolph and just signed a bunch of practice squad players, so nothing too crazy. Unfortunately, there for the Panthers. And we'll go ahead and adjust the lineup, and we'll see how the Carolina Panthers as a unit are doing. Mingo down to wide receiver 2 again, 83 overall. We'll leave him there, unfortunately. Unfortunate. But this could be one of his last years in Carolina, as he might be looking to hang up the cleats here soon enough. But we'll find out soon. We will go ahead. Nope, we don't want to sim 10 years. Jesus, no. We wanted to simulate the 1 week so we can then simulate to the end of the season, where we'll see, can the Panthers make another run at a Lombardi trophy? Or are they about as dead in the water as they can be? Let's find out shortly. I'll see you guys soon. At the end of the season, they missed again. Finishing the season like 7 and 10. Yeah, 7 and 10. It's looking like it's all over for Carolina. 9th best offense. 28th defense. The defense is what's letting them down. Bryce Young with like great touchdown interception ratio, but the touchdowns aren't there. About 4,000 yards receiving. Mingo led the team with 900 yards, only 2 touchdowns because like there's just no touchdowns to go around. What happened there, guys? Like, good God, I very well could see Mingo decide to hang up the cleats at this point and be like, nah, I'm done. Like, bye, Carolina. Also, we have a new team, the Lumberjacks. Well, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at his stats, just on the off chance he decides to call it a career after this season. Bryce Young has about 38,000 yards. Receiving, Mingo has about 8,863 touchdowns. That's honestly not terrible for him. All things considered. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup. See how much he has regressed now. Alright, so, regression hasn't set in yet. But he's fallen. Alright. So contract. He has 3 years left, actually, still. Oh, this is actually his new contract. He did not make another Pro Bowl. Let's see. Alright, so career stats, like, obviously this year in 2030 is his best year. 1,100 yards, 12 touchdowns. That's his career high in yards and touchdowns by a lot. But let's see. Is he going to decide after the Super Bowl to hang him up, that he's too old to keep up with these young dogs, or is he going to lace him up for one more season? Let's find out. Alright, so obviously we didn't have to really do anything. NFC. Done, done, done. Alright, a lot of Saints. Oh, so, no, okay. So, no, he has not retired. So, he is going to lace him up for at least one more season with Carolina. He has stayed loyal his entire career to Carolina. Can Carolina get him a Super Bowl before he retires? Let's find out, guys. Hopefully they can get a good offseason, a good draft to help him out here. We're here in the offseason. Let's go ahead and take a look-see. See what the Carolina Panthers did. So they got an outside linebacker, corner, linebacker, guard, left end, left guard, and a running back. Not the best options, but, you know, it could have been worse. Could have been worse. Alright, so the Panthers. What did they do in the offseason to try to make this team as good as they can? They picked up a fifth-year option, and they released a running back. That's it. They have $90 million and didn't do anything with it. Good to know. Good to know. Mingo lost his star, by the way. I want to put him back up to wide receiver 2, though. Because obviously we want him doing things. But, yeah, he is 36 regression. He'll be lucky if this isn't his last season, honestly. He's down to a 74 overall. He's 2 more seasons in Carolina, though, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 2 more. So likely his last contract in the NFL. But let's find out. Can Carolina make a run at the playoffs even though they didn't spend a dime in free agency? Or are they going to fall short again like they do every year, and Mingo's going to be one of the many, many players to go out of this league without a ring? Let's find out. Alrighty, the Panthers made the playoffs against the Green Bay Packers. Can they go on a run? They beat the Packers in the wild card round. Can they beat the Bulls in the divisional round to advance to the conference championship? They do. And they are at their home field facing off against the Lumberjacks. Can they make it to the frickin' Super Bowl? And they do. The Carolina Panthers are in the frickin' Super Bowl. Let's get it. Bryce Young, 3,900 yards, 36 tutties, 5 picks. Mingo, where is he? Where? Did they cut him? Was he cut? Was he cut during the off season? There he is. Well, come on in, Mingo. I don't care if they cut him. We're bringing him in for a Super Bowl run. Where is he? Like we just signed him. Weird. Is it because they automatically signed to that? They cut him because we were over the cap, so they automatically cut him. If so, that'd be honestly kind of funny. So we'll go ahead and cut that guy. And we'll make sure that Jonathan Mingo gets onto the squad. In what is likely his final year. We're going to move him up. He'll be wide receiver 1 because we're getting him a touchdown this Super Bowl. Let's get in it. We're going on offense, boys. I probably won't show the whole game, but I'll show bits and pieces of it. As I am going to try to win Jonathan Mingo a Super Bowl here. Alright, so defense held strong. Let's get it. I'm at least going to show the first drive, and then I'll show the end of the game. But we are going to be trying to get Mingo a Super Bowl here. And I am going to be showing this drive off because I am going to get him a touchdown. He might be old, but dang it, he can still catch. Let's go, Mingo! Show off that speed that we know you barely have. Go out. Because we want to get Mingo a touchdown here. Oh, he dropped it. No! Mingo! We're going right back to him on a slant. Super Bowl tutty for Jonathan Mingo. Alright. Now, I'm not going to let you guys sit here and just watch the whole game. I mean, just like kicking the CPU's ass. So I'll catch up to you guys in the fourth quarter. Alrighty, minute 32. We're jumping here on defense. As we're going to try to close out the Super Bowl here. We're up 38-10. Figure I'd save you guys the pain of watching me just casually beat around the CPU and just keep kick them the other down. I also went ahead and like jumped around a little bit because like I got bored playing it. I mean, it's all but over. Like, it does not matter. Like, even if they get points here, like, oh my god, you made 17 points instead of 10. Like, congrats, Jaguars. Congrats. They're not even calling their timeout, so they've literally given up. It's great. Love the CPU logic here. Just take down Trevor Lawrence. And GG, the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. We got Jonathan Mingo a ring. We got Bryce Young a ring. Legends were made here today as the Carolina Panthers finish on top of the Super Bowl. On the grandest stage, they will lift the Lombardi Trophy. And here it comes, the Lombardi Trophy. Bryce Young up there. Jonathan Mingo should be up there, but he's not, which is depressing. Bryce Young has the Super Bowl trophy in his hands. And he will lift up the Lombardi Trophy. Signifying that Carolina has indeed won a Super Bowl. Insanity. But that's likely going to be the end for Jonathan Mingo, I would assume. He was a free agent, so even if he doesn't call it a career, like, who the heck's going to sign him, honestly, not going to lie. Alright, but just in case he does retire, career stats, Bryce Young, 4,100 yards, almost 42,000. Mingo, we know his stat line because he didn't do anything. Let's see. Legacy leaderboard. Does he even make it on the legacy leaderboard? He does. He won't make the Hall of Fame at all, but like, he didn't make it. I mean, I'm assuming once I hit this next button, we're going to see Mingo retirement. Oh, Justin Jefferson retired. Oh, boy. No, he did not retire. Seriously? He's a 69, dude. Like, why is he still here? Is he just gonna be one of those ones he's gonna retire, like, you know, once he, like, realizes, like, no one's gonna sign him? I'll simulate to the draft. If he doesn't retire there, I don't know what to tell you. But I'll see you guys there, where I'm assuming he'll announce his retirement. Much to my surprise, he did not retire. He is a free agent wide receiver to 69 overall. So, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and simulate the playoffs, where I'm assuming he'll retire. If we make it to the Super Bowl, I'll do it where I did again last year, and I'll re-sign him to just try to win a Super Bowl with again, I guess. I don't know anymore, man. I don't expect him to be there anymore when we get to the Super Bowl after this season, though, because, like, that'd just be ridiculous at that point. But I'll see you guys shortly. Alright, so unfortunately, the Carolina Panthers did go 9-8, either missed the playoffs or didn't make the Super Bowl. Either way, they weren't in the Super Bowl. Now, who made it? The Lumberjacks and the Raiders in a really low scoring game. Who are the Lumberjacks? Like, they're an NFC team. They're not in the NFC South, though. Albuquerque. Interesting. Let's see, who are they? Rams, Falcons, Eagles, Saints, Panthers, Vikings, Commanders, Giants, Seahawks, Cowboys, Niners, Cardinals, Packers, Bulls, Bucks. They're the Bears? Yeah, that's what it's looking like, is that they're Bears. Interesting. Just for confirmation, yeah, they're the Bears. Neat. Anyway, I'm expecting to see here 2034 retirements. Jonathan Mingo must have retired, right? Amon-Ra, Sauce. Mahomes retired. Wild. Josh Allen. Jameson Williams. Bro, is he still there? There's no way this man is still in here. I can't find out yet. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But apparently he's still in there. Because I didn't see him retire unless he signed to a team. No, because I wasn't seeing him retire either way. So he must still be there. He must still be a free agent and people can sign him. Alright, let's see. Retirements before free agency. Just Jack Campbell. So he must... Can I can't even do the whole signed free agents thing. I guess we'll simulate to the draft where we'll... So, I'm assuming we'll see him be retired. Or he's going to just be chilling in free agency. But, yeah. If he's still chilling in free agency, though, I'm just going to call it at that point. Because, like, no team's going to pick him up. Like, he can just stay in free agency and just be there, I suppose. I still can't even see free agency. Good God almighty. Let me see free agency so I can just see what's going on with Jonathan Mingo game. I just want to know, is he retired or no? Can I look now? He must have retired now, right? No, he's still... Bro, retire, you old man. Is he actually still in here, though, or did he actually retire? Alright, last I looked, he was a 69. Yeah, he's out of the league. He's retired. I must have missed it. Or he signed to a random team. Well, this is the easy way to find out. Wide receiver. He's not even listed. He's just randomly gone. Interesting. Let's see. No, because he wouldn't have skyrocketed up the list. So yeah, he's just gone. I don't know. I'm assuming he's retired. It just never showed up that he retired. Unless he's somehow, some way on a roster. But if he's on a roster, I would definitely be surprised. Let's find out. I'm doing everything I can to make sure like he's gone, he's retired. Alright, here we go. Yeah, he's retired. Like, yeah, he's retired. That's an unfortunate end, but oh well. I guess he's retired, guys. That is going to do it for me today. Sorry we didn't get to actually see him retire. He just up and disappeared. I apologize about that, guys. But that was the career of Jonathan Mingo. One-time Pro Bowler, one-time Super Bowl champion. Not a whole lot to him. Didn't even hit 10,000 yards. Didn't do anything too crazy. Barely got 60 touchdowns. So, but that is his career. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on that noti bell. On the road to 1,000 subscribers. Trying to hit that by the end of the year. Trying to hit 800 by the end of next month. Let's get it, fam. And as always, I will see all you guys later. Stay crazy, fam.